If you notice any peaking with my mic in this video, it's because I've got a new one and I'm still messing with the settings to get things to sound just right, so just allow it. Anyway, enjoy. Alright, welcome back, and last video I said that I would make a video on the vault weapons if they surprised me in any way, and well, here we are, so they kind of have. I've gone through the process of unlocking and playing with each of these, and I'm going to give you my opinions of the best setups that I've found using these guns. Starting with the P90, the requirements weren't too bad for this one. 100k 30 kills and 10,000 SMG damage. Did this in not too much time at all, a couple games. And the P90 itself, you'll want to be running this one with the flash suppressor and the underbarrel laser, because this thing shreds. It seriously is one of the best SMGs in the game right now. And the trick to this one is really not to aim in unless you really have to. In CQB environments, if you hit fire with the laser, you'll be accurate as a laser beam. The gun's damage is pretty damn good, and its fire rate is really high with a high magazine capacity, making it a really strong contender for the title of best CQB SMG. I mean, just look at some of these clips I'm playing on screen right now. You can see it's a bullet hose that really puts down people at a fast rate. That being said, at longer distances, it won't give you the range like the PBX will, so it does have its own slot to fall into, and so far it seems a tad powerful, but I don't think it's really overpowered as of my testing right now, because it doesn't really have that longer range capabilities, which is how it should be. Next, we have the 1911. Now this one did disappoint me slightly, and let's go over the requirements for that one first. It is 30 kills and assists with the MP28, and 3 kills in 1 life with the sidearm. These requirements aren't really bad at all, but the gun itself unfortunately is slightly lackluster. The only other experience I've had with the 1911 is in my own Tarkov mode, with the damage bumped up and projectile velocity increased drastically, and I thought it was pretty good there, but its magazine capacity and damage in the base game doesn't really make it a very strong contender for a secondary that I'd really want to use. Honestly, 7 rounds is just a bit lackluster for this gun, and that's kind of disappointing since the 1911 is pretty much my favourite pistol of all time. A very hot take, I know. But overall, I wouldn't really recommend running this one with a suppressor because its base damage and mag capacity will really get hindered by that. But the underbarrel flashlight is alright. You can use it in CQB environments. It's going to blind your opponents a bit, but I can take it or leave it. This one did overall disappoint me a fair bit, but it's the 1911, so I can't really complain too harshly because they've ported it over to All Out Warfare, and I just kind of love this gun. Finally, we have the Gol Magnum sniper rifle. Now this one was the most painful to unlock, because contrary to the videos you're seeing on screen right now, I am god-awful with the sniper rifle in this game. Luckily, I did manage to jump into some breakthrough rounds and get the kills and SOFLAM assist necessary, but this gun really just isn't for me. It seems like a decent counterpart to the other sniper rifles, and one that I probably would choose just because of its aesthetics and looks, but then again, I'm not a sniper player. Its damage and drop-off seem on par with the rest of the sniper rifles in the game, and as for attachments for this one, I run it with a 12 times just because the longer range scopes seem to benefit me a little bit more, and the bipod you'll just want to have equipped. There's no real point of taking it off unless you just want that sleek look for your rifle. Overall, these weapons are a good addition to the base game, and contrarily to what some people might say, I think it's pretty much good as new content to have these in All Out Warfare because the majority of people just won't experience them in Portal if they're just playing the main playlists. I also have a few more developed thoughts on renewal after the updates come out. It's been a couple days now, and I can safely say that interior fighting is a lot nicer than it used to be. A lot more places to take cover and duck behind compared to the old version. Lanes are so much better. I can actually take cover now while traversing from objective to objective. I particularly like the fact that at the solar farm, the objectives are now in 2 buildings, leaving it as an objective for infantry only to fight over. C is kind of a mix of this since the top is covered, but vehicles can still fit in there, although they will be prime targets for C5. But the solar farm objectives are just really good for infantry spaces. Jump in there with an SMG and you're going to get quite a few kills, and maybe turn the tide of those objective battles. The breakthrough experience also felt a lot more cohesive now. People are actually making big pushes because the lanes allow them to. Cover is abundant more than it was before, and the final assault on the main center feels like a good combination to the battle now instead of just a bit of a lackluster finish like it used to be. Anyway, those are my ramblings on the new Vault guns and a bit more on renewal as a map. So I hope you did enjoy this little video, just a quick update to my last one, and let me know what you think of these guns in the comments below. As always, check out Comet's Exodus archives if you have any interest in the story of 2042. As that is a huge lore series that you can read through. The link will be in the description below. And if you want to come and talk to me or anybody else that loves this game, if you want to come drop me a question and at me, you can go down to the description and join the low sodium Discord because that is where I'll be hanging out. Anyway, thank you for watching and I'll see you in the next one.